Charlie, Grandpa Joe, and the other 4 ticket holders gathered at the gates of the chocolate factory exactly as each ticket had instructed, and they all had big plans for when they got inside.
I'm keeping my eyes on the prize.
I will devour every one of the chocolates and candies and things of this nature.
I'm going to look for things I want my daddy to get me. I'm gonna be bored. You think Wonka's got any video games in there?
Do you think Mr. Wonka will recognize you?
Hard to say. It's been years since I worked for him.
And exactly at the appointed times, the factory gate, closed for so long, finally opened. And there stood Willy Wonka himself.
Dear visitors, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to my humble factory. Now quickly, we mustn't dawdle. There's far too much to see.
With little time and mouths to see, the tour began, and they were whisked away to the very heart of the Wonka factory.
The chocolate room.
It's beautiful.
What's more, it's all edible.
And it was, for every single thing around them was made of candy, even down to the green grass on the banks of his chocolate river.
I'm in heaven.
I bet. I want a chocolate room. I want 2. The last one to the riverbank's a rotten egg.
Every drop of that river is hot melted chocolate of the finest quality. Waterfall is most important. No other factory in the world mixes its chocolate by waterfall.
When Augustus grew heard that, he was determined to break his spell.
Just 1 zip? No, 2 zips.
But even that proved too little for Augustus.
Please, boy, please. My chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Leaning out to guzzle the chocolate, the gluttonous boy lost his balance and fell like him. In a moment, he was drawn into an enormous chocolate bag where he stuck fast.
Help me! I'm stuck!
It's not big enough. I'll say. Not much of a swimmer, was he?
Someone should do something.
We must continue. There's so much to see in too little time.
But you can't leave him there.
Eventually he'll come out. The pressure will get to him, you know. And yet...
If Augustus were freed earlier, the river could be cleaned quicker, and production would continue soon. And since the other children had not shown an interest in helping Augustus, Wonka left the task to Charlie.
Be about your work then, and rejoin the tour when you can. I'll be able to check back with you at a moment's notice though, so don't be surprised to see me.
Charlie agreed to stay behind. But as for how to get Augustus' group unstuck from the pipe, Charlie was about to find he would have more help than expected.
My Oompa Loompas will help you remove that greedy boy from my chocolate. Quickly now. How can one child, even such a large one, cause so many problems? I never caused problems when I was a child. I waited till I was a grown-up. Look what he's doing to my jelly bean stock. It's wilting. Brilliant. And my jelly bean stock is coming back to life. But we mustn't dawdle. By now the blockage has probably reached the Wriggle Sweets room. Hurry, no telling what the damage could be.
As Charlie worked at dislodging Augustus' group from the factory plumbing, Mike TV was giving Mr. Wonka an earful on the benefits of automation.
If this were my factory, I'd fire the little creeps and upgrade these lame robots instead.
Mr. Wonka, for his part, had no intentions of changing a thing.
Mumbling. Always with the mumbling.
For all the elements of his factory worked together in harmony exactly as he meant them to, until Mike took matters into his own hand. So certain of his superior intellect, Mike decided to upgrade the Wonkabots himself. But these weren't ordinary robots, they were Wonkabots. They proved unlike anything Mike TV had ever tampered with. and quite beyond even his considerable intellect. So when the tampering backfired, Mike didn't tell a soul. Instead, he pretended nothing had happened at all.
Keep moving, please. Mustn't dawdle.
But something had happened, and for Charlie and the Oompa Loompas, things were about to get much worse.
Not again! Now that Bavarian bully is backing up the entire candy flow. Corpulent child, I can't have him ruining everything like this. See if you and Oompa Loompas can do something about it. Things are working much better now, except those Wonka bots seem a little irritated, don't they? Ooh, look here! The fruits of your labor, Wriggle Sweets. Quite tasty, and they have more uses than one. My chocolate river! It's completely dried up! That rotund boy has done it again. He's come full circle and now he's plugged up the chocolate waterfall. This is not acceptable.